Hi, I'm Councillor Jeff Springfield, Mayor of Cr Shire, and it's my pleasure to introduce this COVID catch-up with long-time officer residents Robert and Carol Porter. Rob was named Cr Shire's Senior Citizen of the Year for 2020. The award recognises his decades of community volunteering, including as Chair of the Officer Recreation Reserve for over 40 years. And in 2016, Carol received an Order of Australia medal to honour over 50 years of volunteering. Still today, she's very actively involved in many local organisations. We've all had to make big adjustments during the pandemic. We caught up with Carol and Rob to find out how they're managing to look after themselves and stay connected with friends and family during this time. Take care, everyone, and please stay safe.
Well, we're very fortunate with that. We live on 5 acres. Our 2 sons and our 2 daughter-in-laws and their families all live on the 5 acres with us. And we've been able to see them from a distance. We're social distancing, but we can see them go down the drive and we toot and wave. And we can stop, they can stop sometimes and we chat to them through the window. And it's lovely, we keep in touch with them.
Our little grandchildren were coming up the driveway next door the other week, so I rang them up and I said there'll be some little prizes on the terrace. So I got together, some frogs and different things, and so it was delightful to just look through the window as they got their little bags and off they went. They were very happy. So we're very lucky in that way, but we're all distancing. And we all wear masks and we definitely stay a distance. No one's been into the house at all.
Yes, I've actually had more time to catch up with friends. I've been catching up with a lot of friends on the phone, old friends that I haven't spoken to for quite a while. And Carol's been, she's better with technology, so she's been more on the technology side of things, FaceTimes and all that. But yes, we've certainly connected with a lot of friends on the phone. I have, but I haven't spoken to for years.
Yes, well, we have. The Berwick Rotary run a progressive dinner, a virtual progressive dinner. So we had to make our own food, entree, main course and sweets. And we had 4 different couples to sit with for entree, and then 4 for mains and then 4 for sweets. And we met people that we never met before, and it went for about 3 hours. And they had a competition for best masks and best virtual backgrounds. And we had a delightful evening. It was a wonderful way to spend an evening. And then we had our friend Pat's 80th birthday, and one of his daughters-in-law got us all to do a video. And in between, she had photos of him and his wife and the 6 children all growing up, and then the videos. And they sent us a copy. And he was laughing and he was crying and he was just amazed at how she could set up such a wonderful thing for him. It was a wonderful present, seeing as we couldn't get together.
Well, this is another new learning curve for me, but we've had a Zoom meeting with the Officer Community Association, and that went well. And then we had a team meeting with the executive of the Recreation Reserve Committee of Management. And of course I have lots of emails back and forth from the Shire, and still spend quite a bit of time at the Recreation Reserve doing things there, but we've been keeping up on the phone as well. But these new Zoom meetings and team meetings are new to me, and they're quite, well, it's quite a good way of keeping up.
Well, we get the Herald Sun delivered every morning, comes at 6 a.m. in the morning. And then we get the Pakenham Gazette on a Wednesday. Robert loves that, so he reads that while he's eating his porridge. So that keeps us up to date that way.
And Carol is very political minded, and she loves to watch all the press conferences from Dan Andrews and the health ministers and Scott Morrison. She loves to keep up to date with all those. Well, I think the most positive thing would be getting around to jobs that I've never had time to do. Cleaning out the shed, for one. I haven't done that for 54 years. 54 years of plumbing is quite a bit of junk in there, but I've come across some treasures I didn't really remember that I had. And other times, if I want to do something that I enjoy, I go into the garden, and the garden's getting pretty trim too now, so that's quite good.
Well, our son and daughter-in-law taught me how to go online, and so I've been doing my orders online and been very, very pleased with it. They come, early in the morning and leave all of our supplies in the carport. Well, we've done mostly with telehealth. I had to have some physio and was able to do that online. We have had to go to the doctor a couple of times. You don't want to, but you mask up and you go, because we had to go and get our flu shots, and then Robert had to go to the eye specialist, and we've had to have a couple of blood tests. So of course you've got to go and have those. But we're very, very careful when we go, and we sanitise and we wear our masks.
Well, I think probably the fact that I can get back and see my friends, social friends and community friends, and all our meeting friends face to face. I really miss that. I'm chairman of a couple of groups, and I do really miss seeing those wonderful workers and friends.
And I miss, I used to line dance 5 times a week, and so I miss my line dancing friends. We've been meeting on Messenger, and we've been able to dance online. Some of the classes are online, but I'm really looking forward to getting back out with them, and I'm looking forward to the grandchildren, the great-grandchildren, and giving them a big hug. I'm missing that very much.